Iga Swiatek is again in the news after winning the 2023 French Open Women's title. Iga is one of the very few tennis players who openly discussed a reading habit. Iga is also the world's number one in WTA and ATP rankings. She is predicted to rule women's tennis for a long time, especially after the retirement of Serena Williams. Swiatek is in fact the first woman to win back-to-back French Open titles since Belgium's Justine Henin in 2007. Unlike many other contemporary players, Iga is famous for the mind games she plays on and off the field. She became famous for her practice methods and mind games, bringing her psychologist Daria Abramovich to every major tournament, including the last French Open, and wearing a ribbon on her cap supporting Ukraine as her country Poland shares a border with Ukraine. But apart from all this, Iga is also famous for one more thing, which is her reading habit. She famously declared her 2023 reading challenge of reading 12 or more books this year. She says that she likes to read thick books like Gone with the Wind and books by Agatha Christie. I remember one of the famous personalities in arts and literature once famously saying that reading detective fiction by authors like Agatha Christie is a waste of time. I also have heard a few famous people with many million followers saying that reading fiction, especially detective fiction, is a total waste of time due to the negativity in most of these novels. They say that it is better to read non-fiction than fiction to become more successful in their lives. It is in this scenario where Iga Swiatek and her reading habit becomes relevant. She beautifully answers the doubts regarding the benefits of reading detective fiction with her own life. Everybody will be curious about the routine followed by the champions before crucial matches. Iga revealed her secret regarding her routine a few months ago. She said that she usually read Agatha Christie before matches. She said that detective work of Hercule Poirot and her curiosity about how he is going to solve cases has helped her a lot in her mental game and winning crucial matches. She said that she finished reading Murder on the Orient Express just 40 minutes before a crucial match in which she thrashed her opponent. She said that reading is one of her biggest passions and is a factor in keeping her relaxed and focused on the primary goal of winning matches and playing good tennis. Her psychologist says that she makes sure not to read emotional books like Gone with the Wind close to a match, as Iga, like all of us, will become emotional after finishing it. But she has no restrictions regarding books by Agatha Christie, one of her favorite authors. She also tells us that she loves more to read fiction than non-fiction, but she always tries to mix fiction and non-fiction while reading. My opinion regarding reading is also similar to what Iga said. When another famous personality once noted that it is useless to read detective fiction by Agatha Christie in our life, I responded by purchasing all the works of Agatha Christie and trying to read each book cover to cover. Reading fiction helps build empathy, reduce stress, relax our mind, improve focus, memory, and creativity, and broadens our perspective. So, the best way to read is by mixing fiction and non-fiction, like what Iga does in her life. And please don't avoid reading books by Agatha Christie, as they are books that we can read at any stage in our lives and can potentially change our lives one way or the other, like what happened in Iga's life. As Ben Carson once famously told in one of his books, no knowledge is ever wasted. So never ignore detective fiction and always try to mix fiction with non-fiction.